offense set on first down. And for some inexplicable reason, he takes a knee. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Iowa State.
They'll line up for a second down play. And down to a knee? I guess that's one option. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. And he takes a knee. If that's an option, it's a bad one. And the Cyclones will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Looking for a productive play on first down. Well, so much for extending the play. He just quit on it and took a knee. And here comes the offense on second down. And he just took a knee. I mean, so much for extending the play. He just quit on it. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Iowa State 21, Tulane 14.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First down here for the offense. The quarterback takes a knee. Line getting set on second down. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. The Cyclones send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The offense lining up for a first down play. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Are they really that worried about a bad snap that they're trying to punt on 3rd down? We've got a timeout from the kicking team.
Timeout, Tulane.
Did they lose track of the downs? The punt team is on the field and it's 3rd down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Oh, correct me if I'm wrong, but they've got their punt team on the field on 3rd down. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Takes a shot. Snagged in the middle. It's Lee. And he's running in the open. Obliterates him, still on the move. Touchdown, Iowa State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And it's no good. He missed the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He's got him on the right side. Great job by the receiver to get the foot down.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Tulane right back to the line. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And the ball is intercepted. Got room on the return. He He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Cyclone. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're...
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to move it through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw in...
Lost one deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Off play action on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken him some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to throw it again. He lets one fly deep. And he's got it inside the 35.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator. It's a lot of DCs. They focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
On second down, just keeps firing. They're bringing heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Setting up the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You're set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Northwestern has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 17 over Washington State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in a 1 versus 2 matchup you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They make the stop of this running game. Moves the chains as they get the first down. They'll ride the hot hand. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Tulane right back to the line. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. They'll run it from the gun. At the 20, he's got space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. He'll make his way in for the 2, and now they're down by 16. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Ben?
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Here comes the option. The pitch. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Does this head coach not believe in punting? Does he think punting's against the rules? On 4th down, trying to find his man. Looking for a deep man. And And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On second down, looking again to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Robertson. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Tulane with an opportunity on first and goal. They'll go to the ground. Touchdown, Green Wave! And they take it in for 6 more points. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's in for the 2, and that is big because now it's a one-possession game. They trail by 8. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Quickly to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Now on second down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, they'll take to the air. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Iowa State 38, Tulane 30.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
And the Cyclones are marching down the field. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
It is perfect. And they'll push that lead down a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. Louisiana has just had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 17 to Liberty. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And as he throws, can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the gun, the running back has it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Tulane right back to the line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. The option look. He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
The defense is going to need one more stop. This is the game right now. You just got one on that last run play, setting up 4th down. Do you bring pressure? What are we doing defensively here to make sure that we can get off the field and win this game?
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a 2nd look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. lot. No holes anywhere.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The fake, and he wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Finds a man on the left, and he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Tulane right back to the line. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the 4th quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, and now let's see what happens.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Quarterback all over the place, trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with a loss.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
He's going up top here late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tulane!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for space. It's Lee. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Iowa State.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
Forget about those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time, and a lot of time near the line of scrimmage, and then occasionally offenses do a great job, get creative, find a way to get a good matchup for the tight end, and he does the rest and gets in for 6.